Right, today we're going to fit these little light connectors to fit our new lights. You see we've got these little rubber seals, they go on the cable first by the looks of it, and then we put the crimp on. Let's have a look. Put these little crimps on, obviously got to cut that down, they'll go on. Let's turn the camera around. I'll go on like that, and this bit will go on, and that yellow bit push in afterwards, that's just there loosely at the moment. So we'll do one and show you. What I've done there is nip that first bit to hold the cable and then tuck them other two bits in. We might have to roll them two bits in. You can get proper crimper for this, but I haven't got one. Then we'll see if that push into the black thing. Right, crimp that bit, leave this bit slightly open, so when it goes down there, you get it the right way up, and you can see that there, that little bit slide into there, you see, and then that locks in place, and the little red bit obviously seal it from water. And you know when you got them home, because they'll sit flush with the end there like that. Then we need to push this little yellow bit in the end. I actually had to trim that little yellow bit slightly. I'll show you that in a minute. It looks like you are supposed to do that. See, them tabs are really thin on the end there, so you can just cut them down a little bit, and then that seems to push in nicely. That should be finished like that, you see. So we'll have to do something a little bit different with the side lights, because the side lights also join to the main lights on a separate connector, so we're going to have to connect there and then use a little piece of length to go to our plug to plug in. So we will have to use some little connector strips on that, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. So I'm using the blue and the brown. I'm assuming that this is the positive, don't really matter. And we're just going to put a knot in one of the cables. It's going to go to the headlight, and I'm going to use some little silicone joiners with some solder in them, so I'll show you that. It's got these little connectors here, they're like a heat shrink with solder in them. Really good stuff really. A few different sizes here. And we'll just slide them over and you'll just heat that down and that'll seal it up. Should be a good enough job for this. Push them over there, look. You just heat them up and then I'll show you when that's done. Just heat them up with a little lighter or blowtorch. Be careful of the paintwork. You can see that's melted the solder as well and sealed it all around it so it won't get no water in. Do a little bit more on that end. There we are, that's one both done. I'm just going to put some tape around them just to hold them together so they're like a bit of a loom. And then when we fit the headlights we can just cut them two down accordingly. I've got some of this 3M sort of like a butyl tape, you stretch it and that stick is waterproof, so we'll just use that. It's just a bit of extra protection. What you do is pull it tight and then pull off that top sheath and that sort of stick on. Just got that round there like that. And now we'll make off another plug end. So I'll just tape that to that and then we can put some spade ends on this ready to connect to our new headlights. What we need is some spade ends to go in the end of here, you see, which would be that bit there, but I haven't got just that bit, so I'm going to have to get some. The only things I've got is these bullets, and that would mean stripping the headlights off as well, and then putting these on instead. So we could do that if we don't get any of the other ones. I've moved to the back of the truck and you can see look, that these ones are already on. That's the brake light. You have 3 pins in the black brake light. So hopefully they'll be the same colour on this one, so we know where the pins go to. That's the brake lights. That look like that's the indicator. So we'll get these ones done now. So now we need to put one of these 3-position brake switches on. You see we've got the red on one side, green, and then a black. But on this side we've got a red and then sort of 2 greens maybe. But I will just try and put them the same way as the one over the other side, and hopefully we'll have it in the right way round. So what I've done here, I've just bowled this wire out across to this other one, to our other brake light, because obviously they should be linked when the brakes come on. So we know this wire there is the middle one, so we'll put that one in, and obviously the other two will go the other side, because we can follow that from there. I suppose we could double check the others as well. Why not? Let's do it, shall we? That should be this end one, this end. Yeah, and got to be another one, you see. So we know we're correct. So there we are, we have all the plugs on now. I don't know what these ones are for. Maybe I should unwind them and have a look. It could be for a number plate light maybe. Yeah, I think maybe that's the number plate light, so must come on with the lights for the number plate. So we'll just have a look inside of this. Well, that does look like the number plate would fit in there, but I think when we come to do it we can test that and see exactly what's going on inside there. So that's all the plugs done, everything's ready now. 2 plug-ins. Some things I haven't changed, these ones. I can't see the point. I mean, they look alright. If there is an issue with them, I can always change them at a later date. Well, we haven't done a great deal again today. It's all I had to do is put them lights on. Can't do the headboard because I haven't received the glue yet. And as you can see, this has been sitting here. This all looks good, really. Let's have a look at it. I suppose I could have bought the clips and we could have clipped it in, really, but we'll just wait until that's ready. You can see I've made the little holes in there. Should be enough. You see it's a little bit bumpily when you look close, but I think that's going to be quite nice actually. Looks alright, doesn't it? I'm quite pleased with it anyway. Still waiting for the couple of oil filters. Then we'll be able to start her up again. The bonnet's painted. I just need to take the trailer to pick it up because the bonnet's so big it won't go in the back of the van, and I obviously don't want to scratch it or anything. So we should have the bonnet on this week at some point as well. I've just laid this piece of fabric over this large bit just to make sure we've got plenty. And what I'm going to do is just roughly trim it, because I can see we've got plenty there. Trim off the excess, and hopefully we'll have enough to do the little bits over there. I think we will. So this was 28 quid. 28 quid should do the whole job with a bit of luck. Oh well, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.